Hello there. This is a fantastic way to do a live streaming event, and I want to take us to something very interesting, and it's the case of inside the experiment to create Mars on Earth. An Austrian landscape cramped quarters, dehydrated food. A photographer takes part in an attempt to live on another planet. And at the same time, I will show you some images from the Kennedy Space Center where there is something like, I would say, the analog that we will see in here. So we'll be jumping, I would say, on and off between sharing screen, that I'll start now. Yeah. Between sharing the screen in here. And the work is this one, okay? It's this fantastic from the Smithsonian Magazine photographs by Cassandra Klos, okay, and the text by Jenny Rothenberg-Gritz. And this is, I would say, a fantastic journey through an analog, but really important. I'm going to give you some highlights in here. I think the photography work gives that idea of the full Martian habitat, really interesting. What we need to, I would say, New Hampshire couple, no one is still adopted by aliens. I tried to remove the ads, really on the Smithsonian. I think the picture is fantastic, the look. In here is always curious to see this rock formation. We have it on Mars, as we go to the poles. Suit-like, well, they will be different, but the whole subject in here is to provide the hardness of always going out with the suit. These folks were inside a lava tube. That's what people believe, both in the moon and on some locations on Mars, could be a way to live in there, to maintain the protection, or to maintain protection and be able to do this. To be clear, no Earth and gas yet set foot on the red planet. No one has been there before, so just be conscious of that. We do know that China and NASA do have rovers there, and Elon Musk will get there before anyone. So that's probably the case. This picture is really amazing. Although the background also means my vision of what is Mars. Okay, the picture is just amazing. It provides that, man, you are here alone with a lot of things to do and think, but you are here alone. The focus on solar panels, other architectures could be possible, from solar panels to have something in here producing energy. We have nuclear reactors, don't know yet. Okay, it's too early to know. But that's the high seas habitat in here. Let's go down in here to the mission, and that was I love this picture. Why? Because it tells you that. I think you've seen lots of designs. We all seen all designs of the space station, things that get really, everything is like extremely neat. I think it will be neat, but as time goes by, things will get sorted. The other thing in here is that from everyone that is in here, everyone is working out something. Weight training in here, obviously, push-ups to be done, upper body strength, the need for water, again, upper body strength and balance, and walking and running. So this will be needed. Mars does not have the same gravity as on Earth, so it's really important. So it's a fantastic picture because it gives you the reality of an analog, and it will not be that different as we move ahead. Later on, this was in the Mars Desert Research Station in Utah. The team does conduct a lot of briefings, and you do have a manual as you are in there, exactly like on Earth. There is usually someone stepping out to do the spacesuit, and in this case, Klos, and yet to Earth, actually a coordinator situated in a nearby town. Usually they have these with the 16 minutes delay, really cool, okay? And here a very cool one with some rendering. This could be Mars, okay? This could be that exit that you have in there. And I'll walk you to the Kenedy Space Center one in there because it's pretty cool. Yeah, this is not performance art, it's a really scientific endeavor. So people will do a lot of scientific endeavors over there. Well, gauges and things to be aware of what's happening there, really interesting. Let's go, keep on falling down. Just the solitude, correct? Just the solitude of being there. I think it's really one of the things that you need to get acquainted that you'll be there with your team, but you'll be alone. Okay, that's it. The team and you are the only humans in there, and you need to count on yourselves to solve problems. There is a lot of risks involved in that, with long-term duration of space flight and being, as the Soviets said, back in the 70s, they were sure they could get to Mars, but the crew would kill themselves. So that's a very hard experience. So think about this. Lots of things to do, huge areas to cover, and just this. Okay. There will be growth. For sure, we need food. I don't know what we are going to do with the fact that animals are not there. What's going to happen with B12 in particular? No one knows. They have samples of food that are being utilized. Experiment with something called hydrogel that absorbs humidity and to the atmosphere. Again, Lindsay is a volcanic rock, shelf-stable grains that they're going to produce make up most of the crew's diet. Yeah, and as you guys seen in the book from Scott Kelly, man, chocolate and some treats, because those intense tastes are really important. They are given by the colors of the elements. Again, more testing, more simulation happening in here. Preparations for the Mars will provide benefits for life on Earth. We know that, there is big benefits coming from the space station onto Earth, although they need to be acknowledged. There is a report on that as well. Got a video over here with this. And it's the beauty, correct? And Cassandra does this fantastic work where when we focus on something, we forget everything. But there is this togetherness in this picture that is just fantastic, correct? And I think that's what will happen on Mars or even on the moon. And then from here, you can follow up with Cassandra. So these pictures reflect a couple of things. First, the human side, this extremely strong human side that we have in there. But also the need and the utilization of science as a way to be in space. So this perspective between the human and the science and the loneliness of the travel of these, it's something just fantastic. I really wanted to share this with you because we've been doing the problem-solving Fridays. Today is more about looking at how will it be there. Now, on another perspective, I'll show you a bit of my travel into the Kenedy Space Center. And this is just for us to see the difference in means, okay, in facilities. And I would say these guys had the same thing at the Kenedy Space Center. This was when I did the course, or the space course. And we entered to this mission astronaut training center, pretty cool, pretty advanced. We had a microgravity simulator that you could use. Everyone was really like, oh, wow, this is pretty interesting. But you see a different location, different center, different facilities. We went up and down. These were chambers where you'd be isolated to do your mission command. See, different organization. Of course, this has an educational purpose, but can we mix the two of them? A fantastic tour guide, Todd, got in here some of the explanations.
The other piece I forgot to mention is the ease right here, and out there and entire.
All of my teammates in there.
So they're actually wearing badges. When they come in here, they're registered. They will say John, Mary, Joe.
Okay, really cool. The simulation was fantastic. We understood our roles in the mission. And then I'm setting up some considerations about it. I'll move it forward, but because what I really want you guys to look into is the next one where, okay, we had a proposed launch come down from Earth to get to Mars, And then we get to the Mars location. So same idea, a place where people would do things. In here, the power beaming was not direct, or at least power beaming. The power solution is not clear, but surely also based on solar. I like these because in a way it resembles what we've just seen. We need to twist it, but it resembles the laboratory, the need for UV light, the growing of plants over here. So really just a very, very interesting spot. And here I was playing with the advanced, also the machine. The machine that like in Minority Report would allow you to change samples. So I just believe that if we have a combination of both these technologies of the Kenedy Space Center with the Utah Research Center, we can bring much more. And then in here, there is an engineering part, very, very interesting as well. And then the return back to Earth. Okay? It looks like a TVA, but it's not. And again, in here, the Mars rover. So let me go back to the stream and tell you that this was reading the fantastic exercise in here, reading these. I believe there is a comment box. Yes, comment box over here. Okay, really, really cool one. Reading these, and at the same time, I'll stop sharing, I believe now. Reading the article, going through each one of the steps, and thinking about the needs that could be met with just sharing resources between agencies makes me think a lot. Makes me think that we can, with collaboration, we can build faster space missions with resources, correct? Imagine what we've seen in here, but at the other location, okay? Imagine the ability to bring people to do this spelling work. Yeah, space is hard, but we can make it better. So I hope you enjoy this. It's Friday. This is the 4th episode on a row. Next week, I'll be transmitting this from Portugal. Very happy with that. I hope you enjoy it, and I shall see you very soon.